Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my humble home, my humble property here in Livingston, Montana. Okay, for the next few minutes, I wanted to talk about archery equipment. In this particular case, what I want to spotlight, if you will, or focus on is hybrid Reflex Deflex Longbows. And the reason why I want to give this a little bit of airtime or whatever have you is I think a lot of people are really mistaken about what these bows are all about. But I definitely know after watching a bunch of videos and reading a bunch of forums and stuff that you got a bunch of people out there that absolutely hate, Reflex Deflex hybrid longbows. So I thought I'd just put in my 2 cents worth and explain to you the design or the anatomy, if you will, of these bows. Because if you're looking to buy one or whatever have you, maybe this will help you, maybe it won't. Shoot, buy, whatever you like. That's what I've got to say. But let me put my 2 cents worth in. Here is one I bought, a Reflex Deflex hybrid longbow. This is the second one I bought. The very first one I bought was a manufactured one. This is a custom-made one, if you will. But right off the get-go here, my studio is kind of small, but the shape of this, let me see here. You see how the shape of this part of the bow is right here? Okay, now let me turn it outward like if you were hanging on to it like this. You see how it bows out like this? This is what they call the deflex side of the bow, okay? Now notice here how this limb comes down from the riser and up like that. That's the reflex part of the bow. Reflex and deflex. And then reflex, I got that right? Again, I hope I got that right. If not, just switch the two words. Reflex and deflex. Now, I think I've studied this phenomenon of these type of bows. In one of my videos, I said that these bows hadn't been around that long, but after extensive research, come to find out that among the archery community, the Reflex Deflex design has actually been around for quite a while. But it wasn't until these last couple of decades, or last 3 decades, that people were able to come out with better materials, better laminates, and different things like this, and understanding about woods and carbon and different things like that, and they were able to produce these type of bows a lot better, make them a lot stronger and whatnot have you. But that is the main difference, is the way these things are shaped. I'll string this up in a second, but you see how this goes? Reflex. This part of it right here, deflex. Then back into a reflex position, because this doggone thing, okay, if I didn't say this, I'll say it now. To me, these type of bows take the best of two worlds. They take the best of what a recurve has to offer, and they take the best of what a longbow has to offer. Now, longbows are atypically 68, 70 inches long, and of course recurves are them bows, you know what I mean, it's got the real hooked ends on them and all that other stuff. Okay, so, but that's another thing I want to say. Tried to do a video a little while ago and screwed it all up. Forgot to mention, the handles on these are basically taken off of recurves, because the handles on a recurve are a lot more comfortable than the straight handles that they've got on traditional longbows or Howard Hill longbows, whatever. Those type of bows just have a straight handle, and some people don't like that. Some people want this, they want this inset, they want this grip area here and all that. Well, that's what these type of bows have, for the most part. Some bowyers make this area here thicker, thinner, whatever have you, And of course these bows are laminated, as you can see, because that's about the way they've got to build them. I am not sure about this, but I don't think you can get this kind of a bow with this kind of a shape, the deflex reflex shape, in what they call a stick bow or a self bow. And this doggone bow sure is a far cry away from a lot of other bows. Horn bows, compounds, all that kind of stuff, So there you are. There's many genres of bows out there. But I personally like these type of bows like this. They're light. This is 62-inch AMO. I think that these type of bows like this are not that I think they need to be at least 62 AMO, 62, 64, right along in there. Because I've seen a lot of these type of bows, reflex, deflex, hybrid longbows that are down there around 52 AMO, 54 AMO, and like that. And short bows, I just can't get along with them. I don't like the finger pinch and a bunch of other stuff. So there you are with all that, you know. So, but if you're looking for one of these, just keep all this stuff in mind and just go from there, if you will. So I hope I've been able to turn this around, that you've been able to get a look at this. One more time before I string it up real quick. This part of the bow right here is the deflex part, going humped over like that, the riser, and going down here like this. This is the reflex. Deflex, reflex. So there you are. And reflex again. So let me string this up real quick like and kind of show you the shape of this. And I'm not getting into every little thing on this bow because I'd be here forever, but I mostly wanted to talk about the you know, the shape and whatnot have you, you know. Let me see if I can get, I tried to do a movie file a little while ago and I had my stringer all goofed up and sat here for 5 minutes trying to screw around here. I don't even got to get out of my chair because this bow here, the poundage is only 32 pounds and 28 inches of draw. It's a very light bow. And by the way, kids, always use a stringer. Now, this step-through crap that people do is, all they're doing is asking for trouble. And it only takes an extra second or two to use one of these stringers, you know. They make all kinds of different stringers, but this is the kind I use. I got several of them. Okay, now, see, I've showed these kind of bows off several times, but that's one other thing on these. Right here, there's no contact with the string between where it leaves the limb and the limb itself. See, on recurves, you'll have a few inches of string right there to slap the limbs. But this string right here is not touching that limb at all. See that? It just comes off the nock and away it goes. That's another telltale sign of a hybrid longbow. So I'll turn it around so you're getting a real good look at all this kind of stuff. And this thing's got a really, I don't like to pull my strings without some kind of glove on. It's not that I'm that big of a wuss, but it's just that, you know, this bow right here, this is a very easy bow to pull. And that's another thing. If you do decide if you want to get somebody to build you one of these, or if you want to buy, like, say, a Galaxy Black Ridge or whatever have you, just make doggone sure you don't get this thing too heavy, this particular bow too heavy, or you'll hate them all. You know, I mean, like I said in one of my other videos, just you know, if you're first starting out, you think, oh, I can handle 50 pounds, drop that weight down to 40 when you go to buy your bow and you got it about right. But anyway, yeah, this doggone thing here, and I'm pulling that right there. I know doggone well I'm pulling that thing at least 30, 31 inches, if not even more than that, because I'm a pretty big guy. I stand 6'5", weigh 250 pounds, so there you are. So that's all I really wanted to say. You know, that's kind of what a hybrid reflex deflex longbow is all about. And one last thing. The way that the curvage is on these, I think this adds to the overall speed of this bow. These bows right here have a tendency to be faster than a standard longbow, but they're not quite as fast as some recurves. So there you are, you know. Me, I'm not concerned with speed all that much, you know. And can a guy hunt with these kind of bows? Yeah, absolutely, you know. They're light, they're tough, they're good looking, you know. So there you are, but, you know, I'm not a bowyer, but I definitely know that all kinds of woods can go in these bows and whatnot have you. And it seems to me like these type of bows are probably best represented if they're laminated, if they're built laminated, you know, with lots of different woods in here and stuff like that for strength. Okay, well, that's all I've got to say. If you're teetering on the fence and you're wondering about if you'd like a Reflex Deflex hybrid longbow, well, give one a try. You can't hurt. You know, you can get a Galaxy. This is a custom-made bow. It's a jet bow. You can see these on Etsy, but you can get a Galaxy from Lancaster Archery for under $200. A Galaxy Black Ridge, and it's 62 inches. And I own one, and they're not bad. It's not a bad bow, really. So there you are. This is really all I've got to say. Not a very exciting video, but then again, I'm not in this thing to get popular or make money or none of that. What do we got? Oh, we got 10.5 minutes, 10:40. That's pretty good. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for visiting me in my home. We shall see you on down the pike, see you on down the trail. Take care of yourselves. Adios, my friends.